If you look out your window at night over the course of a few weeks, you'll notice the moon seems to change. It shifts from a thin, curved sliver to a bright, glowing circle, and then back again. It's easy to wonder if the moon is actually physically growing and shrinking up there in the sky. Welcome to Special5 Online Tuitions. Today, we're going to look at our closest neighbor in space to understand exactly why those shapes appear the way they do. The moon is a natural satellite, a loyal travel companion that follows a massive, predictable circle around our planet. Tracking the moon's path around us is the key to understanding why its shape seems to change so much from night to night. To see what is really happening, we have to look at the moon from out in space. Away from the city lights, we can see the moon is actually a dark, rocky object that produces no light of its own. Think of the moon as a giant space mirror. It only appears to shine because it reflects the rays of light coming from the sun. In this diagram, you can see that only the half facing the sun is lit up, while the back half stays completely dark. This half-lit rock is always on the move. It takes about 27 1/3 days for the moon to complete one full trip around the Earth. Because the moon is constantly traveling along this 27-day path, our view of it changes. Depending on where it is in its journey, we see different amounts of that reflected sunlight. These changing shapes are known as phases. We can use this split screen to see how the moon's position in space determines the shape we see from the ground. The cycle begins with the new moon. Here, the moon sits directly between the Earth and the sun. Since the lit side is facing away from us, the moon looks completely black and invisible in the night sky. 2 or 3 days later, the moon moves further along its path. Now we can see a thin sliver of light, which we call a crescent moon. About a week after the start, the moon reaches the first quarter. From our angle on Earth, we can now see exactly half of the moon lit up. As it continues to travel, the lit part appears to bulge outward. This is the gibbous moon, where it looks more than half lit, but isn't quite a full circle yet. At the 2-week mark, the Earth is between the moon and the sun. We can now see the entire illuminated face, creating a full moon. The moon never actually changes its physical shape. These phases are just a cosmic game of hide and seek, caused by our changing view of a moving, half-lit sphere. The moon does more than just provide light. If you watch the ocean waves rising and falling on a beach, you are seeing the moon's physical impact on our world. As the moon makes its 27-day trip, it uses its own gravity to pull gently on the Earth, almost like invisible hands reaching across space. This diagram shows how that gravity pulls on the water. This constant tugging is what creates the steady rise and fall of the ocean tides. Our natural satellite is an active partner to Earth, physically shaping the daily rhythm of our oceans. The next time you look up at a sliver of moon, remember that you are looking at a solid, rocky mirror making its way around our planet. Take a look at the sky tonight and see if you can figure out where the moon is on its 27-day journey. Space is full of these predictable patterns just waiting to be noticed. Thank you for joining Special5 Online Tuitions, and we'll see you for our next exploration.